In this video, I'll show you how methylene blue can help you naturally combat that fatigue, that draining fatigue or that brain fog. So skip this video and you might say stuck in your exhausted cycle. So let's get to the benefits of methylene blue. If you're feeling drained or foggy and wondering if methylene blue could be your natural boost you need, you're on the right video. I'm going to cover, is methylene blue safe to take and who should avoid it? What does the research say about its effectiveness? And most importantly, what are all the benefits of taking methylene blue? Stick with me and you'll get a clear, evidence-based answer to help you decide if this methylene blue is the right tool to fix your fatigue and brain fog naturally. You might have heard about methylene blue and wondered, could this actually be the thing that can help me with my fatigue? Let me show you why this little compound is worth your attention right now. Back in 2024, for me, I first heard about methylene blue on a US podcast for long COVID symptoms. I can't remember exactly which one, but I heard it and my ears pricked up. Ooh, a new thing. And it kept popping up. So as a naturopath, I'm always cautious about recommending anything to my patients without thorough research. There's always new fads and I'm a little reluctant to jump on them straight away. So I decided to be my own guinea pig. I always do this. And I tried different dosages and durations to see how I felt. At first, I was skeptical. I mean, look at it. It's called a dye and it stains your tongue blue. And it's not exactly natural. It's definitely not your typical herbal remedy or vitamin. But here's the thing. Methylene blue has been used in medicine for over a century, including the most well-known one to treat a type of anemia. It's called methylmegalonemia, a condition that mimics anemia by reducing oxygen in your blood. So if you're thinking logically, improving oxygen, capacity in the blood and delivery, well, that's related to energy. And surprisingly, for me, that's what I felt. And I felt it work quite quickly. I felt a lift in energy and clearer mind quite quickly. So science is now exploring how does it boost your mitochondria? How does this work? And your mitochondria, remember from the other videos, is the powerhouse of your cells where it all makes the energy. And this is going to fight fatigue and brain fog for people. And they're also researching it in Alzheimer's as well. So let's continue into why this simple blue liquid could be a huge help for your brain fog and energy. I'll cover the ins and outs of methylene blue in this video to help you decide if it's right for you and you can make that decision yourself. Okay, let's tackle the big question first. Is methylene blue safe? If you're like me, you're cautious about what you put into your body, especially when it's something that sounds a bit unusual like blue dye. Methylene blue has been used in medicine for over a century, as I said, and at low dosage, it's generally well tolerated for most people. But there's a critical part. You must use the pharmaceutical USP grade methylene blue, the kind made for humans, because they do use it for fish and aquarium grade methylene blue, so that's not good for you to take. It has to be pharmaceutical grade. And that's not purified and it can be toxic. So I'm super careful personally with that myself, and I test it on myself. I'm not going to make recommendations. And do you want to know which one I use? Well, I'll put the link below in the description. That's a pharmaceutical grade product I've been using recently. I've changed a few brands over the time. Now, before we get too excited, let's talk about who should not take methylene blue, because safety comes first. If you have it's called a G6PD deficiency, it's a genetic condition, and you would know it if you had it, that affects your red blood cells, then methylene blue can be risky, don't take it. Also, if you're on antidepressants like SSRIs or SNRIs, steer clear, as it could lead to something called serotonin syndrome. That's when you feel really happy because it's making the medicine work better. But not recommended in those, and that's really serious. If you're pregnant or breastfeeding or you've got kidney issues, always recommend with patients to be really careful, but not recommended in those, so hold off. That's my advice. So when you're starting something new, check with your own practitioner, and especially with complex health conditions like long COVID or autoimmune issues, and if you're on medications. So I'm all about empowering you with the safe, natural tools, so let's keep it smart. I personally do online consults, if you didn't know, globally as well, so feel free to book a direct consult with me if you've got specific questions for your situation. Now, you're probably wondering, okay, but is there solid science behind this? I get it, you want proof, not just promises from me. So here's what the research is showing. Methylene blue works on your mitochondria, and those are the powerhouses of your cell. And studies are suggesting it can boost their efficiency. It's not quite clear exactly how, but that's obviously why it's helping lift the fatigue and giving you more energy. So it's also about antioxidant, and antioxidant protects your cells from damage, especially your brain cells. And for those of you with long COVID, there's an exciting early research study showing it could improve cognitive symptoms like troubling with focus or memory issues. I'll post some of this main research in the description below. Now, the science isn't fully settled. More studies definitely need to be done. But what we're seeing so far is it's really promising, especially for folks like you who are desperate and you want to feel sharper and more energized, and you're willing to jump ahead of the research proving 100%. So what can methylene blue actually do for you? Let's break it down. First, it gives you the energy by lifting and supercharging those mitochondria. So you're not dragging through the day, you've got that little extra spark. Secondly, it supports your brain, so that's going to give you a bit more clearer thinking and reduce that fog, and makes things easy to get through the day and the brain focused a bit more when you've got things going on like kids and that. More oxygen and less oxidative stress helps your body, but especially your brain. Thirdly, it might even boost your mood. So thanks to its effect on the brain chemicals, there's some research there, and it's also an antimicrobial. So that means it's killing the bugs or viral things. So that's contributing and compounding the positive effects as well. Again, I will post the research down below. If you want to dig deeper in it, you can open up those studies and really comb through it and see the evidence yourself. So imagine it's like giving your body a little tune-up. So it's helping it run smoother and a bit higher, like after that tune-up, and it's giving it the extra special fuel. So picture your mitochondria like an engine, and that's like the premium fuel for it. So it's going to get it humming along nicely. Now, before you think methylene blue is an answer to everything, it's the magic pill, let's get real. It's not a magic bullet. It's one of those things in your toolbox, like your holistic toolbox, and you take a bit of this and that and that. And trust me, you need the whole toolbox to tackle fatigue and brain fog. And things like eating nutrient-dense foods, managing stress, and herbs like withania, and reducing that systemic inflammation, and prioritizing sleep is just as important. But you're not just fighting one battle here. It's about building a foundation for lasting energy and bringing as much as you can into your body to help it. So my patients who see the best results, they combine tools like methylene blue with nutrition, herbs, and personalized lifestyle changes that work for them. And it's really about personalizing your specific protocol. You might have kids juggling them, or working, or doing high intensity training. It's got to be holistic for you and make your personal plan. All right, so you've just learned how methylene blue can potentially be a huge help for lifting fatigue and clearing your brain fog. But if you're sitting there thinking, well, what else can I do to get my energy back and feel like me again? I hear you. So that's why I made a video called 6 Causes of Brain Fog. and that's got a lot of practical science, and I'll put it right here. So just carry on with that one. Keep compounding that learning and going on watching more and more videos. See you in the next one.